From Yelukam.
Good morning, fellow Ambazonians.
I saw a Rastaman taking Gaja. I saw you Rastaman taking Gaja.
Today, na Saturday, number 15 day for this month of January 2022. My name na Capo Daniel, the Deputy Defense Chief of the Ambazonia Governing Council. Welcome to my daily podcast. The music on the background is by Chameleon 7 Colors, Yellow.
My brother, you have been missing 10 years ago. What is the man, oh my brother? You have been missing 10 years ago. I saw you rasta.
Today, for this episode, we're going to tackle our cultural challenges way down the whole way for down. What I used to call the wicked black man syndromes. Good people of Ambazonia, one of our big problem now the difficulties will get them for interhuman skills. That means for relationship between each other and for how to work collectively. If we look for country the way they be more developed and where they succeed, where they be more civilized, it always reflect where for their collective effort they be much better for work together as a group and they accomplish anything where they put their mind for accomplish them. As a people where they don't be battered by years of slavery, colonialism, assimilation, recolonization, our people they don't be damaged in more than one way or the other. And it don't diminish our ability to work together. Ambazonia na place where person fit thief your thing, where you put them for some place. He go convince you, so they use yourself, you go the thing. Say maybe now you get mental problem. Maybe now you forget place where you put your thing there. The man go deny so they leak ground for your front. Poverty, hardship, they don't strip we away from everything and it don't make them with a live now in a survivor of the fittest. Even those Ambazonia where they don't make money, they need to be able to overcome these cultural or psychological difficulties the way they get them. The years of slavery, where the white man it use our own, like the United be expressed for Kunta Kinte, they select one good one amongst we, beat it in front of we, humiliate it, transform it, make it become na their agent for we. The house nigger, as they call them for America. They want the way we see them like elite, where they don't go school fine. They the reason they could carry and send them for you, and they immediately work now for day. So that any man will be a good man, where if he change the life of the common man, it be a man where they come from Yaoundé or Douala, they go make sure say make we see them that way. Just like how they run plantation. The strongest man, the strongest slave them, they must force them for being a one way they could torture their own people, for instill in their own people a certain way of looking at their master to maintain that servitude, that subjugation system where they don't impose them upon them. The colonizer, the oppressor, it be very interesting for make sure say the one way it go to torment you, the one way na he go to control you on his behalf, it go be na one of you. The one way it go force you for accept the system, it go be na one of you. Now why that way La Republic then be so interested for use our own, the so-called federalists, the Simon Monzo, the Agbo Balas, the Nijon Frundi, and all those who they don't accept the ways of the enemy because of their own selfish interests. The one the way they want them for use them over we. It be more important for them. Make we accept this our own because it go prove for our psychology. Say na part of we it don't accept that reality. Even though no be the reality, no be so God it create we feel live better. History it don't prove. Say no people they never accept slavery or accept second-class citizenship for live as a subjugated people forever. The triumph of slaves over slavery or colonized people over their colonial master no be an issue of overpower, not just an issue of natural justice, natural order. Slavery is bound to fail. Assimilation, annexation, and recolonization is bound to come to an end. La Republic knows it, we know it, it's just a matter of when. How quickly we get there, it will also depend on our ability collectively to overcome all those shackles that have been put around our feet. Today, I will tackle one of those chains, when the Ambazonian elitism, those of us where they don't get big certificate, or they look them some way, or then get connection. Those of us where they look like the house niggers, them where they use what they call them BigManism on top where they look Ambazonian intelligence and genuity as some sort of revolt, some sort of stubbornness, some sort of oversabi, overshowing. If you not see one of these type of challenges, it is show as we see the ingenuity for the ADF. That way they be start with Changshu. Those the way they be been at the elite, the toxin and Changshu boys them. When a go fight B with Changshu, but eventually the same people them buy that same idea and they use them today successfully. The problem for the Jewish people or the Hebrew people, that way they believe Egypt for inside their journey for the promised land, it be now those of them where they don't learn the ways of Egypt. Now that same people they be always raise questions, now they be doubt the leaders where God done give for them, now them be continue for track the people for Hebrew, me then delay for journey where they for take few days, then go take 40 years. This one is not go be na the portion of Ambazonia. Today, as a point of contact, I will use Sisiku Ebini, one Ambazonian philanthropist and one of a very fearless of our elites them. I go on for give Sisiku Ebini credit, say amongst all those of his age and all those of his caliber, most of them that I'm shy away from talking publicly or for engaging in the Ambazonian liberation struggle for surrender into Cameroon military tactics, where it be championed by Cameroon military attaché Mr. Nkunyam Titus. They don't use insult, inject, agent provocateurs for make sure say make the atmosphere in Nyaa so that normal people them they no go fit participate for liberate we. But some of them where they don't be bold enough for stand up for continue for engage, we need for congratulate them and encourage them. I hope this message no go sour the heart of Sisiku, but it go make it learn one or two things. A wise man, a person where he be capable of learning for anybody, even those who them think say na slaves them for them, where they see themselves as a privileged slave or where they practice BigManism. First, the issue on the table na Sisiku Ebini opening of a group where he raise money for that chat group every day, say one help the people them for ground zero. According to he connect diaspora and ground zero in a very good way. So on that chat group, every Monday, country Sunday, it is top all man, not only you one if he talk for day, and then they go collect money, he go gather that money, he go send them for way to way, they call him say he coordinator for ground. He coordinator na a very known person where he lack credibility, he not be trusted by most of our forces the way they know he due to his suspicious activity and provision of suspicious intelligence the way he don't always lead us for the wrong place. We will call him Mr. XX because na person where he no find more expose in name. So we all know say the problem way we don't get them for this struggle, now the problem the way come through the IG. For leaders and for focus, say they go help refugee them. It don't always be a problem because most of those help for refugee them, it not be always be genuine. It will be not only a way for leader that for project themselves because they help for refugee. Now the international community, their primary obligation. So if we really want help the refugee, now for we for put pressure for the UN, and we see how the UN they raise money very successfully for help them. Even we get organization like the IAP Foundation will be a neutral organization where they do a marvelous job. So we know people the way they're supposed for the help refugee. But people they often use this refugee issue as a means for gain political points because we know say they not be effective. If you be effective, you go choose for help them through the effective means. So after them burn houses them for Bamenda for Bengui Road, this initiative will be start, it will pick up steam. And so you go imagine, say if Sisiku Ebini, he intention for help the people there from Bengui Road, if you gather that money, send them for those people there for Bengui Road. More importantly, now for the fighter them way them be involved. As we know, say na Ambazonian Defense Forces they be carry out those actions them. If you send those money for those soldier them, the soldier the way they be die for fight for La Republic for the three soldier then get family, then get woman them. So one woman those born picking, those help them for go for day. But no be thing that way happen. First, the coordinator way Ebini it use them. If he be bina a honest person, if for inform Sisiku Ebini, say for ground zero already, for Bengui Road, World Food Program, Caristas, many other international organizations, they already there for the field, they help those people they meet with millions and millions of dollars worth of humanitarian aid. They even provide them with cash voucher where they take an money for use them for buy chop. They look the most vulnerable people, then get competent staff the way they don't train them, they visit them house by house. The Ambazonia Governing Council be involved in providing access and guaranteeing security for those people them for be able to do their job for our vulnerable citizens. So wait to be Sisiku or business for thing way effective people and they for ground. Or the person where it take money for you every month. Now probably a scammer where he talks it won't help those people. The fighter the way they be involved, who said their help they nobody contact, they nobody provide those help for their institution them. For example, you go call ADF, say you want send money for soldier for ground, for a particular soldier. Now how many soldiers then there for Ambazonia? If you send money for one soldier, another soldier there was on site, you nobody receive money. Or if all man send money for one soldier, money go plenty for one soldier hand, the other one they no get them. Now why that way institutions then be very important. And effective leadership with the create effective institution needs to be trusted to be able to handle their responsibility to our forces. We no fit allow every Ambazonia me to collect money, everyone they send them for soldier the way you know be connected with them in one way or the other. It go open door for infiltration as we be done see for the county by county system. Now why that for the ADF would insist say now the ADF it go manage its soldier then directly. If you be already know soldier, if you be already get confident with soldier, you feel help it directly. But if you do a contribution as a national thing, you need to follow institution because now the best and the most effective way for carry out such activity. For support the wounded soldier them, for a fundraiser where be gain steam because of the attack where ADF carry am, contribution then be given to this agent for ground zero, it then carry that money, it give for help the soldier where he be wounded for another site. For pinning, where to be the link. Now good thing for help soldier. But I go give una one instance where the consequences then for such behavior for initiative like that of Mr. Ebini where he be starting with a goodwill. Wouldn't they manage a situation from Pinyin? The ADF commander, when I be the overall commander for Pinyin, General Okoro, where be done decide for break off for we. This is the issue, and I'll put them for una make una learn sense. The forces them for Pinyin be done arrest this phone where either those die now so. The phone for Buchi for inside Pinyin. They be arrest that phone with allegation where be provided by the people them for day and it be pushed by the so-called executive member them for the LGA for the IG group. They arrest that soldier, that chief, then hand them for we, say make that chief it be executed. Once that chief he arrive for our headquarters, we will make a determination, say for a person like that, we cannot carry out execution without having a trial. Not only because na a phone, but na the right thing to do. We set up a trial, the phone bring a defense, it provide evidence, we call those who they accuse me, they attend the trial, none of them no attend that trial. Will be declared the phone innocent. It be provide evidence where they show say it be provide help, buy weapon for that forces them for inside pinning even before we one step in. We keep that phone for over 4 months. We call for a accuser them for provide evidence. They be provide zero evidence. The only two way they want and I say that phone must die without any justification. after 4 months, we'll not be fit keep that fund again. We'll decide for release that fund for freedom. They even accuse me, Capo Daniel, if he touch money, so we don't take bribe. Then spoil the man of General Okoro regarding the ADF. He decides that he could be under our structure again. He could be working now like an independent soldier. The people, the way they manipulate, where they pushy for do these things them, now so he country people them. And that's also the type of people where they use na contribution for manipulate soldier. Because when the soldier they need defeat, if we need to empower institutions them with the financial capability, they go also they lose the influence for put soldiers into order and for protect our citizens from excesses. So Sisiku Ebini, you don't take money, you give them for people where they don't send them for this soldier them directly. The same week, this soldier they don't go catch this phone, kill him. Then take the phone, time I want call the phone, now then see me at the scene at the video. Then they for nightclub, they dance, they laugh with the phone. What it be the connection between your money where you don't collect and with your goodwill, send up ground zero and the killing of this phone? Probably you have no clue, but there is a link. Now over Sabi, it kill we. When you see people the way they do something fine, you the think say you fit do and pass them. But before you do want bring any man down, before you do want dismiss any man, make sure so you be capable for replacing it and for do them effectively. Otherwise, you will cause unintended problem the way it be bigger than you fit solve them. This particular phone, if we don't start to collaborate with we, so they will be done transforming into our spy and our agent. Will be done if we don't accept for be used for kill, for neutralize Atanganji Paul and some other Cameroon agent the way the La Republic they use them for destroy our people for prosecute this war. Either make first attempt, so it be been a 100% asset for this liberation movement. I go play one of hundreds of communications with my office dan get am we for these past days. Now they found this for Bushi, we don't die. Now audio than this.
Hello, are you there? I see and say you're busy. Capo, good morning. How are you? How family? I hope say all now they're fine. Peace. Capo, wait till I want tell you now say no be even small. It be now which day, so it be Tuesday. My not but the one she done, the one go for my own bush, my own eucalyptus bush. They say they all saw some stick them. Then saw that stick them for they closest to stick them for 500,000. The one go, then don't pack the plan. Then call me, I tell them, say, make them go for palace, take traditional injunction order. Go put them for the stick. For see who will come for palace where those saw that stick them. The person where saw that stick them, instead come out. Go in for Okoro them. Now we know say in Okoro get relation. He come out go na for Okoro them. As he go for Okoro them, go report the matter. Say the one come see traditional injunction order for stick where those one. Okoro now convoke the bench of palace where then they put traditional injunction order because traditional injunction order na Ngumba. He convoke them. A couple, you see I'm say we funding now. I'm not sure so we'll get used again at all. Because all land matter, thing we concern Ngumba, everything Okoro the judge. I feel talk say for palace, then they go again case again for palace. And you know say man where they run palace, that chief man. Because matter the day where they may don't solve them since where this struggle don't don't start. So they give judgment. But the person where don't fail that judgment that time, it take them back go see Okoro. Okoro is still judging. You know careful know whether what it happen. Land matter all na very nothing that they come again for palace.
So now those few of the things in that way they go on. Few people they take advantage. A lot of things are going on the ground. And if you are in the diaspora or in wherever you are, even in ground zero, and you want to take responsibility of things, you want to put money into things, you want to give influence, you don't know what is really going on, you have to be very careful. Otherwise, you will create situation that you cannot control. General Okoro is a very good fighter and is a wonderful leader in Pinyin. There are other actors who are influentials, who are doing things who are taking advantage of this struggle. A lot of things are going on, and it's unfortunate that this fund have died, and we have told the Okoro several times that the information that they have having, the pressure they're having to take out this soldier, this fund, are all baseless, and it's unfortunate that what has happened. So I want to tell Sisiku Ebini and all those people who have come into this struggle into self-defense something that they didn't know, to understand one thing. People that sit down and design self-defense in the ADF, they have taken a lot of time to study. They know the dynamics. They are competent. There is no other institutions that can be able to make sure that we handle the challenges that comes with giving arms to our boys than the ADF. There is none. If there is one, you should follow it. If there is none, you should follow the one that is there. So you people gather money, you send them to ground zero, you collect money in the diaspora, you give it to irresponsible people who are not competent to handle the responsibility that comes with armed conflict. And what do you expect? What do you expect? You people see kidnappings for ransom every day on the ground. And what do you think caused this kidnapping for ransom? Don't you know that it is directly linked to the IG? That even criminal gangs will come into these groups because they know they have no supervision, no order. If you are supporting these groups, we cannot prosecute a war by any countryman gathering money and sending to his own people without any coordination, without any effective supervision, without any order, the capability to bring order. Because sometimes there are things that are so complex that you need to be able to influence a general to be able to do the right thing. You have Milton Tucker. I have his own file here. The type of information he sends to these soldiers who are in his village. People in Douala. Well, if you people think that you are fighting against the ADF, against Ayabacho, and that is going to give your political horse in this race, Siseko, an advantage, you are not helping him. As a matter of fact, you are destroying him. You are destroying the Ambazonia, because the only chance we have is the most effective ones that we have. We don't have the luxury of the ones that the Cameroons and their interests have. We are people under occupation. We are fighting a resistance, guerrilla warfare. So I will not make conclusion for you people, but I want to leave it hanging in the air, because almost everything about this file is classified. But I want to tell people like Sisiku Ebini that goodwill alone will not save Ambazonia. No, it will not. It will take strategic thinking. It will take effective leadership. It will take vision. It will take a proper and attainable roadmap to liberate us. It is not try and error. You cannot gamble with the life of young men. You cannot come in, divert attention, divert funds so that you can manage power. I've spoken to you several times, and I know your greatest worry is that Sisiku will not be the leader, or he will not lead a negotiation. You have expressed that to me on the record. That should be the least of your worry. Your worry should be who can effectively get the job done in anything you do. Don't collect money to do things you cannot do it properly. You are collecting money that you want to help people on the ground. There are NGOs already helping people on the ground with millions. If that your money want to help these people, buy guns. Can you go to the black market and buy guns? If you buy that gun, who are you going to give that gun to? Are you going to be able to control or at least influence the use of that gun? Think about it. God bless you.
Nobody can change again. No canjao, no reggae, no canjao, no more 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 reggae, no canjao.